Oh, good morning all you lovely people, and welcome back to the grumpy old Git in the Corner on a very overcast Friday. And it's the last Friday before we see the biggest legalised robbery this country has ever seen. Yep, the budget from the Labour Party. One of the most corrupt parties I've ever seen. And I don't mean just robbing us of money. You know, they're going to be robbing us of jobs. With what they're planning, it's going to force a lot of businesses out of business. Therefore, people will be losing their jobs. And those businesses that do manage to keep going, a lot of them will move abroad because of what they're doing. Some people will be indirectly robbed of their homes because landlords will be forced to sell up because they'll be making tax on their properties, making money on their properties, so they'll have to sell up and they'll have to pay capital gains on that, which will be putting people out of their homes. Fuel prices are going to be up. Apparently, allegedly, I've heard by up to 7 pence a litre. Therefore they're going to be robbing us, or a lot of people, of their personal transport because they won't be able to afford it. Especially with road tax, that will probably go up. Insurance will go up. They'll be robbing us of food because with the fuel price rise, obviously the price of goods in the shops will rise because the cost of getting the stuff to the shops will rise. And don't even get me started on what they're going to do with the NHS. I mean, that's literally going to rob people of their very lives, in my mind. Yep, that's all incoming next week from the most corrupt shit shower I have ever seen running this country. Many other people will probably say the same. Now, Starmer was asked, and has been asked many times, to define what the working class people are. Well, he actually tried to give an answer in the most ridiculous fashion. Now, he considers the working class man as somebody who lives from month to month, that pays their bills, puts food on the table, but if something goes wrong in their lives, something breaks down, they've got a little bit of financial worry, paying to keep themselves going, they don't have the funds to get themselves out of the shit. You know, like say a cooker breaks down, or your car breaks down, you haven't got the money to fix it, you've got to borrow the money to fix it, putting yourself in debt. That's what that fucking idiot class is, working class. Anybody with assets for whatever, you know, could have bought a few shares in the company somewhere, have worked all their lives, put a little bit away to make retirement a bit more comfortable, or even have a little bit more of a comfortable life when they need it, and have that bit of money when they need it for a rainy day or an emergency. According to him, that doesn't make you working class. And they'll be coming after you. Obviously, you've got cattle class, which is well below working class in his eyes. You know, I mean people like myself, who are on benefits, that have no option but to be on benefits because of ill health, not through any fault of my own, it's just the cards that life has dealt. Yeah, we're the cattle class. You know, we don't even get a consideration in his eyes. We just survive and exist on the bottom rung of the ladder, and survive on basically what crumbs he decides to throw us, you know, that's left off of their table. Meanwhile, they gorge themselves at the taxpayers' expense, obviously. So it doesn't matter who you are or what class you're from, these thieving bastards will rob you blind next week. That is, unless you're a, what can I call it, a little bit of flotsam that's managed to float across the channel on the tides. You know, you'll find you'll get a nice warm hotel, your 3 meals a day, you know, your free Wi-Fi, the free mobile to use that Wi-Fi. And if you kick up enough, you know, you just might get given a nice little house or a flat somewhere, with all expenses paid, of course. Yeah, this is the party of the people, the party that professes to work for the people, but just not our own people. So I would say next week, or even this weekend, fill your cars with fuel, do a bulk shop, whatever you can afford. Yeah, a lot of people may have been paid by now, it's the end of the month. Get what you can afford, stock up, because believe me, from next week things are going to get a lot harder. But I'll leave it there for today, folks, because I can actually see in the bloody camera my blood pressure's rising. I'm getting redder there. But as we stand tonight, hopefully Mrs. W will be live at 7. She will be probably discussing some recent events and covering some of this. But as always, people, I say it every time, please stay safe, stay strong, and this time more than anything we have to stay free. Don't forget the big one in London tomorrow if you can get there. Tommy may not be there. The police are doing their damnedest to keep him away. It looks like he even might get arrested today and put on remand under false charges, as he's pointed out. There's videos all over YouTube of explaining that. But until later, guys, as always, respects.